Hi again. This is part 2 of the October 25th Daily Stoic reading. Epictetus, as you learned in part 1, stated basically that there's two tasks that you have in life. And Ryan Holiday, the writer of the Daily Stoic, stated that one was to be a good person. And we went over that in part 1, but I'd like to add on to that first video about this topic. It's very important to understand what living well is. And I don't have all the answers, but my thoughts at this point in my life are, as Dr. Jordan Peterson would say, tell the truth, at least don't lie. Tell the truth in everything that you can do. You don't have to be like a fountain spouting all your truths to everybody. But if you're asked something, tell the truth, at least don't lie. And if you don't want to tell the truth, you just simply say, I don't want to talk about it, or you change the subject. But when you lie, you go down a path of having to remember your lies. A little part of you inside dies every time you lie. You want to be truthful in your life. Watched a video last night on quantum physics and mostly spoke about the universe and infinity. That was the topic. And a lot of quantum physics was applicable to that video. But at the end of the day, you know, what they came up with, most of them are not very spiritual, but all they came up with was the earth and the universe and the stars and the planets and everything were around for billions of years before you were here. You're here for a brief millitenth of a billionth of a second in the scale of time. And then for billions and billions and hundreds of billions of years and probably a trillion years hence, life will go on, at least to a certain point. But the universe will at least go on. So you're here for a very, very finite part of time. If you've taken care of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, if you can get air, if you can get water, you can get food, you can get shelter, you can have some kind of sense of security, what then? What Epictetus is saying and what Ryan Holiday is explaining is that the next step is to live a good life, to be a good human. Don't lie. People are dying to be picked up a little bit in life. So if you can pick them up without embarrassing them, then give them a little bit of encouragement. Try to stay positive in your life. Everybody has an excuse to be negative, an excuse to be angry. I do too, for sure. But try to be a good person. Try to be nice to people. Find God. You know, I'm a Christian. You know, I'm a born again Christian, and I try to live a Christian life as best I can. I'm not perfect. Christ was the only perfect human. So, living a good life is not telling lies, trying to be kind to people. Doesn't mean you have to be nice to them. Another Jordan Peterson point was nice guys do finish last, and Jesus wasn't really a nice guy. Right? So Jesus at one point was in the temple and he was so unhappy with merchants defiling the temple by buying and selling goods on the temple grounds that he overturned their money exchanger tables and threw things all around, says, get out of my Father's house. He was also not afraid to tell the truth no matter what, to the Romans, to Pontius Pilate, to his followers. He even told them that they're all going to betray him at a certain point. So he wasn't a nice guy. He was good. He was pure. He was God on earth. But he had a backbone. So to live a good life, don't cheat, don't steal, don't murder, don't do the bad things that you and your heart and your soul know are bad. Be a little bit humble. Be thankful. Have gratitude every morning. That, I think, is living a good life. If you've covered Maslow's hierarchy of survival, then at that point, why not live a good life? So this is part 2 of part 1 of this speech. Be right back.